Two Cali girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Two Miami girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Two Manhattan girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Two Philly girls go round the outside.
Hey guys, Selina here. So in this video today I want to talk about how to travel on a budget, like how you can save money while traveling. And I give you some advice I experienced while traveling and things I would do better the next time I will do it. I hope you guys like it and give it a thumbs up if it was at least a bit helpful. I'm very interested in like what you experienced while traveling. Just write it down in the comments and I'm gonna like read through it and we could have like a talk about it because I'm, as I said, very interested in it. It would be also cool if you'd like subscribe to me because I'm obviously doing more videos. But without any further ado, let's hop into this.
Two Philly girls go round the outside. If I could build a girl, I'd build her just like you. I stay up day and night to make her just like you. It's just a...
So the first thing I would like to talk about is to plan ahead. I seriously mean it, plan ahead. I'm usually the type of person that plans it like 2 weeks ahead and I always experience something not how I actually planned it. You need to have like a rough plan on what you want to do because otherwise you're just getting lost and it's going to be really stressful, especially when you like travel by train, like the Interrail, because here in Europe Interrail traveling is really famous and every student does it now and then, especially during the summer. So you need to plan ahead when it comes to Interrail traveling, but also when you like travel by plane, because yeah, sometimes planes do cancel and flights do change, and this is why you need to have like a backup plan. The second thing to save money is to go backpacking. Like some people love going backpacking. It's like going on an adventure, like a roller coaster. You have like your small or big backpack and just have like a few things in there so it's not too heavy. Some people love the comfort. So if you wanna save money and travel on a budget, you have to go backpacking. I mean, there are some like special deals where you can have your comfort and do traveling as well, but this traveling with comfort is not really traveling. It's more like a holiday. It's like going on a holiday in like all inclusive with food and tourists and families and full packed resorts, and no, that's simply not really traveling. Traveling is to get to know the culture, to get to know the country you're actually in, and to see as much from the country as possible. That's my explanation of traveling. I think you should go backpacking and just try to get out of the comfort zone, because you have comfort like all year round while you're at home. Step out of the comfort zone and dive in the adventure. It's so worth it. And if you go backpacking, just consider that you pack light things. If you want to like travel through Europe, like to go to Italy, Spain, or maybe even like Sweden, Norway, Finland, whatever, consider the Interrail ticket. Let's say if you want to travel like within one country, you pay between 100 and 300 euros. It's not expensive at all if you take the Interrail ticket. And if you have like the global pass allows you to travel like all the countries. But this is like a really stressful thing because if you have the global pass and you have like, you can travel 5 days within a month. This is super stressful if you want to see as much as possible. If you travel like, let's say Belgium down to Italy, it takes you more than a day probably by train. I'm not quite sure, but I think it does. And you have to like change trains as well. So this is going to be really stressful, complicated, and it might take, I think, 2 days. And this is like 2 travel days away from your 5. So consider this. And if you're traveling like abroad, somewhere far away, like America, because I'm from Austria, you know, for me it's America far away, South America or Australia, for example, you have to take a plane, obviously, and there is a really good website, skyscanner.com. I put the links down below. And the Skyscanner website allows you to compare like different flights from different companies, and you can compare them and take the cheapest one. Because if you go on the website of the flight provider, they have like really expensive flights and it's simply not affordable for anyone, especially for students, as I speak of myself. And I've used this website loads of times and I've made really good experiences, so definitely try it out. I'll put the links down below. But if you finally arrived in the country you planned on going, and yeah, you have to consider where you sleep the night, right? So there are like two options. The first option is you try something completely new and dive in an adventure and try couch surfing. Yes, couch surfing. Like the translation of couch surfing is you're just staying overnight in another person's house, either on a couch, or they give you their bed, or they give you just a mattress or whatever. They just let you stay at their house for a couple days, a couple nights, maybe a week. I don't even know. Like, some people are very like relaxed and laid back, and like they tell you can stay as long as you want. Some people say you have to be out here in 2 days, or yeah, it's just so each and everyone is totally different, and that's what makes it so like adventurous, what makes it so exciting, because you have no idea who the person is. Like, you haven't met that person before, you just talk to it through the website or either through Facebook. There are like groups as well, and yeah, you just get to know like heaps of people from the country you're traveling to, so they're like locals, and you can stay at their place. I did couch surfing lots of times before, and in another video I would like to talk about my experience I made with couch surfing and the pros and cons of couch surfing. Stay tuned for my experience with couch surfing. But anyway, I put the links down below to couch surfing, and you really have to try it out. It's so worth it, and it's so awesome. So on the one hand you had like couch surfing, and the other option is hostel if you want to have like more comfort. But a hostel is not like really comfort as well. So yeah, a hostel, you meet a lot of like people your age, and you share the room with a lot of people your age from different countries. They're from all over the world. You make incredible friendships, but yeah, sometimes you have to pay a lot for hostels. Sometimes you just have like weird neighbors, you have weird roommates, you have just weird people stalking you, and also the people that are going to hostels, they don't know that much about the culture and the lifestyle of the local people. If you want to go to a country to learn about the culture and their lifestyle and simply how they really are, then couchsurfing is, in my opinion, the best option. The next thing is when you're finally in the country you wanted to go. So the next thing is like, what can we do? What can we see? Yeah, you have to like find on the internet beforehand like which monuments or like activities, or like if you want to go to an art gallery, a museum, you have to like look up beforehand if you have to pay for it. What I do is like I just have like a walk around, a stroll through town, especially through like downtown, and just have a look around, because you figure out that there's so many things for free. And also what is really cool, that you hang out with locals, because obviously locals know more about their country than you do, and they know where to go and where to hang out, where it's super cheap, because I bet they don't want to spend a lot of money each day as well. So the insider tips help you actually a lot if you want to save money while traveling. The next thing you can actually save money on is on food. I know, this may sound a bit weird to you or a bit unusual, because you were in a new country and you want to try their main food and like everything they have what you don't have. And that's totally understandable. But consider this, if you're doing it like every day, and it is expensive as well. What I experienced, what I did is just, you can try their delicious food. Don't get into like this overreaction where it just like put as much food as possible in yourself, because it's not good for yourself either. When I went to Norway, I actually did something really bad. Like because Norway is super expensive, and I just totally saved my money and didn't want to spend it on food at all. And this is why I lost so much weight. Here is like a picture. You can see me, you can see like my bones sticking out. Like I got used to it. Like I wasn't hungry after like 2-3 days anymore. My mom was really worried, and she said if I'm gonna do that again, I'm never allowed to travel anymore by myself. And I know that's something really bad, and yeah, that's not what you should do. Don't go without food. Don't starve yourself. If you go to another country, don't spend too much on food. Like, don't go to the coffee store 3 times a day, or don't go like out for food for dinner every night, because it is expensive. Just go to the grocery store or the supermarket, the local, and support their income and just buy some food and cook yourself. If you are in a hostel or if you do couch surfing, you can cook at home, believe it or not. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope it was really helpful and you know now how to save at least a bit money and how to travel on a budget, because that's what I always do. In the description box I put down the links for the couchsurfing website, and you can also find the website for the Skyscanner, where you can like search and compare all the flights. And I also put down like the website for cheap hostels if you don't want to do couchsurfing. If you're not comfortable with it, that's totally fine as well. And I also put down the links for the Interrail ticket if you're planning on doing Interrailing. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Love you.